Top of the morning to you. It's Saturday the 14th of June. It's coming up to 7 o'clock in the morning and I'm up at just after 6 to come up to the Belfast Gilnahirk Braniel viewpoint. Wanted to get here early to capture a cruise ship coming in. And this is not just any cruise ship. This is the MV Britannia. And this cruise ship is quite interesting. It was built in Fincantieri in Italy and it entered service in 2015. It's named by Queen Elizabeth II. And the interesting thing about the cruise ship, if we could see it through the heavy mist and fog or cloud or whatever we have here, if we could see it, it features a 94 metre 308 feet long Union flag painted on its bow. This is the largest such painting of a Union flag on any vessel anywhere else in the world. But look what we've got. And you know, the best laid plans of mice and men, this is where you have no control. You have no control in YouTubing cruise ships whenever the weather comes into play. And this is Northern Ireland weather at its worst. And dear help the cruise shippers today on the MV Britannia, because they're going to get soaked and they're going to see very little. And if I want to get this cruise ship, I'm going to have to come back again, and hopefully sometime later on today, and hopefully the mist will have risen. But I'm sure my wife Tanya has other plans for me. Might have to go and see our new grandchild up in Ballymoney. Who knows? I know this weather is just abysmal. But anyway, there we go. What can I tell you about this cruise ship? There's 13 bars, 13 restaurants. It's got a cookery club. Boy, I would really fit in there. I could do my burnt toast speciality. This cookery club over the years brought in TV chefs. It was founded by James Martin and people like Mary Berry and James Tanner and Paul Rankin and Eric Leonard and Pierre Kaufman and Marco Pierre White created the menus for gala nights and such like, and served up the dishes on occasions maybe. So that was exciting. So it has a cookery club, and it's got a 936-seater theatre. It's got 4 swimming pools, 1 designated for teenagers. And in 2019 it had a major refit which put in a specialist art gallery, a shopping outlet was redesigned, and they redesigned the atrium. And my goodness, would you hear this? Would you hear this? Ant and Dec Saturday Night Takeaway recorded their last live final of the series on April 2016. Boy, wouldn't you want it to be there for Ant and Dec's final series. You wouldn't have wanted to miss that. And this vessel, I should have a price for it. I don't see a price. I think it was about 700 million. Oh, what do I say? No, it wasn't 700 million. It's the stats. Its owner is Carnival Corporation. It's operated by P&O. It cost 473 million, and it weighs 143,000 tons, 730 tons. Its length is 330 metres and its width is 38 metres. And it's got 15 decks. And passenger numbers 3647, and crew numbers nearly 1400. And I'm sorry you can't see it, but I'll put up a photograph of it. I'm just walking back down to the gate from the car. I'm driving. This is my first drive since my hip replacement operation, which happened on the 17th of May, and it's now the 14th of June, so it's almost a month since that hip operation. So I was told that I could be driving again in a month, so I've just actually stuck to that. And the mist is rising a wee bit. You can now see Shandon Park Golf Club in the rain and the Braniel over here. Not very pleasant. I've completed my course of nightly injections that I took. I had to give myself an injection in the stomach, on each side of the stomach, alternate nights. I had 30 of those injections. So I took one every night. I'm going to clean the lens. So those are all done. Finished them last night, thankfully. I hate taking injections, hate giving myself injections. But these were to ward off possible clots. I dispensed with my tight socks, you know, the long white tight socks, because I just couldn't sleep with them. And that sounds like a plane taking off down at Belfast City Airport. So I got rid of those socks. Couldn't wear them. But I was taking my injections, okay, so they're over and done with. I'm still doing my little exercises. I cut the hedge last night, which I was well pleased with. I've already mowed the lawn, so you know, the hip replacement has gone well. Well pleased with it. It still is a bit sore. You know, I'm still lying in bed at night with a pillow between my legs. So these are some of the sort of wee hints as to how to deal with a hip replacement, make yourself more comfortable. And here I am with my cup of tea and cereal. And this is marine traffic, a live map. And there's the British Isles. So if I zoom out, you'll see the world. Well, I'm not going to zoom out any further, but if I zoom in, there's Ireland, and there's Northern Ireland, and there's Loch Ness, the biggest freshwater lake in the whole of Western Europe, sitting like a big rectangle in the middle of Northern Ireland. And there's Belfast Gilnahirk there that I was trying to look over. Let's zoom in a wee bit further. Oh. I love these live maps. Yep, there we have what is happening, the traffic that has arrived, the ships that have arrived into Belfast Gilnahirk, and that's the Stena Superfast, and it's looking as if it's heading out. There's the RSPB Y Centre Lake just off the channel here, and this is the Britannia sitting at anchor, and that's what I was wanting to show you, and then you can get a wee picture of it, and there it is. And there's its Union flag, largest Union flag on a cruise ship anywhere in the world. And it's ironic that, because the ship was built in Italy and no cruise ships are built throughout the UK now. Because successive parliaments refused to subsidise any of the UK yards. So the UK yards died. And this was in accordance with EU policy. They were telling governments that they shouldn't be subsidising their yards. And all the EU countries, of course, kept on subsidising their big yards, so their shipbuilding industries, cruise ship building industries are still intact, and all their shipyards are still functioning, while all of ours, including Harland and Wolff, are dead and gone. What a load of prats we have for Prime Ministers over the years, since including Maggie Thatcher, right up to this guy Stammer, who's just a few months ago gave $1.5 billion for air defences to Ukraine. Now you can hand out taxpayers' money just at the drop of a hat. $1.5 billion. Just think what $1.5 billion could have done to any of the shipyards in the UK. And there's a photograph of the MV Britannia. I think it's sitting in Rotterdam. This is what I wanted to show you, this big Union flag. Harping back to when Britain once did rule the waves, and now Britain can't build a cruise ship or a cargo vessel and has to rely on EU countries to build all its cruise ships, P&O, rely on EU yards. Absolute disgrace. And yet, as I say, we have billions to give to aid war in foreign countries.